Hello, this is Kara. Welcome to Glazing with AMACO, and today I'm going to talk about PC-16 Purple Crystal, which is one of our new glazes for 2021. So Purple Crystal, when fired at cone 5, is this beautiful, satiny, matte purple glaze. So you can see how it breaks over the texture at this end. It's just a really rich purple at that end. Where it gets thin, it's going to be a little bit more blue. And where it gets thick, let's see, where it gets thick, it'll start to develop a little bit more gloss. Now these are both fired to cone 5. So it's a purple matte at cone 5. I'd like to show you, this is cone 5, purple matte. This is cone 6. So at cone 6 it becomes more glossy, but it also develops these purple microcrystals, which is what it's doing here to make it matte. It's a microcrystalline matte. So the crystals are not like large macro crystals, they are tiny microcrystals, but if you look at them very closely, you can see they are indeed crystals, just like snowflakes. So at cone 6 it starts to show those microcrystals as like a speckle across the surface. Really lovely. But even at cone 5 with this just gorgeous satin matte, it's just lovely and getting this kind of pale blue where it breaks. Pale blue to clear. So today I'm just going to glaze with purple crystal. I don't have as much layering done with this as I did for some other things. So and I'm using a number 4 AMACO brush. A little chunk. There we go. So there has been some concern over where the ideal temperature for purple crystal is, and honestly I think it's perfect at cone 5 and it's beautiful at cone 6. I have not seen it at cone 7, or I can't believe my brush just came apart. It's a good thing I have another brush. There we go. So I'm going to go around the edges. I'll do the bottom later. So I'm going to let that dry. And while that dries a little bit, I'm going to show you what I do have with layering. So this is PC-37. I believe this is smoked sienna. If I got that correct, let me look. But what I really like about this is the contrast between the warm brown of the base glaze and the way the purple crystal has turned this really rich blue, but where they meet it's almost an orange. It's an interesting combination. I'm just looking to double check. 37 is not one I use a lot. Yes, smoked sienna. Kind of a rich, warm brown. This is another one that really surprised me, and this is 36 and it's ironstone, which is a red-brown, it gets kind of a reddish float, and the purple crystal is almost a blue-black, but it has a bit of luster here at the top, and as it runs down. So there's a slight luster, but it does start to get a little orange peel effect going on where it's very thick. But up here at the top, really, really interesting. I don't know if you can see that luster that's going on, but really nice. I don't know if anybody's commenting, because for some reason my live stream is not showing me. It's not showing me any comments. So if you have questions, just post them on the video or message me, and I will answer them later. This is, that's right, True Celadon, PC-40 True Celadon as a base, and the purple crystal over, and you see how it's just a deep blue, and you're still getting the little purple microcrystals, so they're looking like tiny flecks. But yes, there they are. Some people in reference to ancient copper have referred to them as sequins, and I think that's a lovely way of thinking of them, but they are microcrystals. So kind of a blue run, and then these delicate microcrystals as it flows down. And those were 3 samples that I've gotten out of the kiln, but I haven't had as many layering combinations fired yet. We're still in progress. So I'm applying a second coat. You see how I reload often. I do have people ask about brushing, and yes, I do go over. That is just 2 coats that you've seen me apply, not more. There we go. And in this cup, where it was thick, this is fired to cone 5, but where the purple crystal was thick and started to flow, we do almost get a glossy purple area, really, really rich, and still the breaking along the edges. This is a food-safe glaze, and it's just buttery at cone 5. And you can see how it does look good on texture as long as it's a strong texture. These are some pretty strong textures on here. If it's a very subtle texture, it may cover it up, so you want to keep that in mind if you're using a textured surface. But when I fire this to cone 5, it'll look just like that. So I don't have much more to share about purple crystal. Just wanted to show you all the beauty that it has. Cone 5, cone 6, and 3 coats. So when this dries, I'll put another coat on. I'll put another coat around the 2 coats around the bottom. You can see there, purple crystal. And I'll leave you guys with that today. I know this was a short one. Next week, I'm going to show you some new samples about the PC Black Aventurine, one of our brand new glazes. But I'll have more layering samples for that, and I will be demonstrating some layering combos. So have a great week and happy glazing. Thanks for joining me.